So this morning I'm heading over to Black Cat Ranch. They are installing a horse wash station. It's got a special footing that I wanted to go and check out. It's supposed to be really cool stuff. I'm actually running a little behind, so I can't talk right now. So let's head over to Black Cat and see what this is all about and see if we can help out in any way. In this part of North Carolina, we have a major issue when it comes to water. Water just kind of stands everywhere. So building a wash rack for horses, and Black Cat Ranch is also a boarding facility. So it's not just washing one horse, it's washing multiple horses. But I can tell you, just from washing one horse, the ground here just gets soggy. So washing multiple horses could be a very big challenge. Joe has designed this very robust, it's actually a pretty awesome wash rack system that uses a lot of rock and a lot of gravel. He's going to be digging a hole about 5 feet deep and filling it with different drainage layers. So how deep did you sink these?
I went 3 feet, as deep as the auger would go. And then just mixed up a little concrete and put it in there. Just in case one of the horses ever pull against it, it's got a nice little foundation. I'm a little worried that there's the water line and the power line are in the way. I'll find them if they're there.
I mean, getting that thing in and out of there.
Oh yeah, it's tight.
cool things about this wash rack, something that I wanted to see for myself, is they are using on their top layer something called the Ecoraster. So the Ecoraster is basically, it's a system that kind of reminds me of, like, you know, large egg crates, but they're 13 by 13 inch squares.
Like either 9 by 9 or 10 by 10, you know, it's just
Yeah.
it's a weird square. So this, it's gonna be 9 by 9 and then 10 by 10 long. And then so I'm gonna cut out the inside of the pivot, but I'm gonna come back and put some 4 by 6s as borders. I'll cut that out later. So first I'll concentrate on cutting the inside of the pivot out.
He's putting these Ecorasters on the top of the as his top layer of his drainage system. So once everything is in place, the Ecorasters will keep the horses from kicking up the rocks down below, which are providing drainage for the wash racks. So you lay these down and they clip together, and then you fill them with gravel. And hey, Midnight, they're so tough and so sturdy that you could drive a semi-truck over it. It's a pretty impressive, very durable system that you can use for driveways. You can use them in your horse arena for footing. You can use them in a wash rack, because so with these crates filled with gravel, the water can pass right through them, but they hold everything in place, which is just a very cool concept.
just nicked it and it popped through. But we can fix that. No problem. What are you doing? What are you doing, little Bentley?
Why were you digging this big hole?
We're gonna fill it up with rock.
I'm gonna bury a treasure in there first. Treasure of rock.
Yeah, might as well be treasure. They want enough
Probably
for
just
it.
bury in my treasure.
You got some treasure?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Ben, how deep do you think that hole is, buddy?
As deep as a swimming pool.
As deep as a swimming pool?
You could definitely probably make a swimming pool out of it.
It's one of our projects.
Probably just put some rocks on the bottom. And then we could just fill it up with water.
You could put some rubber lining on it and call it good. For a little while anyways. Until the erosion gets to it. You don't want to just drape them over the edges and then fill it up with rock, or do I want to put the borders on and then fill it up with rock? I don't really know. But
So you're gonna run the fabric all the way up over the sides?
yeah, we'll run. Hopefully that fabric's big enough that I can drape it from one side to the other side and then just take two pieces and put them on each one of the sides. I think they're 15 feet long, so I think it'll be long enough.
Yeah.
And then we'll start slinging some stone in there.
You have to cut that?
Yeah. Smush it down. I just don't want it to put the rock in there and then it sucks all the sides in.
Yeah.
All right. That looks about good enough.
So you gonna push all that rock in with just the excavator bucket?
I don't know. I thought about putting it in the dump trailer and just backing the dump trailer up to it and dumping it in there. Because if I bladed it over here, I'd end up getting a bunch of it contaminated. And it's too far away just to swing it in there. I'd have to move it like 3 times.
Yeah, who was in charge of having the rock dumped?
It was me. But I figured I would need more space. But and plus the rest of that 67s, whatever I don't use, I'm gonna leave over there to park on. or not.
So what are the boards for?
The back wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna tie to the back wall, so I was gonna make it kind of stout.
So everything else is just made up?
Yeah, I'm just making it up as I go. I mean, the Ecorafters, Rasters, yeah, and the back wall. That was all their idea, and I want to give them 100% credit for that. But the rest, I feel like I'm making up as I go. But hold on, let me screw mine in. Figures it a little bit.
Gonna rip it out and start all over?
Yeah, that's right. No, the dirt was going to hold the 4x6 in place. The dirt and the stone. 10. How much you got to the dirt? To where the stone starts? A foot?
10 inches.
Yeah, okay, so they're going to go right against it. I'll just cut that down a little bit. Then I'm going to put some dirt up against it.
You don't think the stone will damage it?
So that's an entire square?
No.
Oh, it's 3.
This is a square. This is from here. That's a square. But they come already put together. You just gotta pop them apart.
As far as the Ecorasters are concerned, I'm hoping that we can do a little more on those. They're a pretty awesome system. If you figure the cost that you would be putting in to create your own drainage system and without using something like the Ecoraster, they're really not that expensive. I know for like our situation, we had to put an entire dry creek bed around our house just to, and rocks around the house just to get the water to run off and go away. The Ecoraster could have been a very good product for where we put the rock around our house because it would have helped hold everything in place. We haven't had a problem yet, but we eventually will. And if you figure the cost of what we did and having to go back and fix it later on versus putting in a product like the Ecoraster, long term you're going to save some money. I've thought about for use of the Ecoraster, besides a riding arena, that's something that we would like to build, is our driveway. The Ecoraster creates a very nice permeable driveway that's eco-friendly, allows the water to pass through, but also retains the integrity of your drive. And then I've also seen it where there are larger squares with pavers set in. And that might be something that we do maybe out here where I'm sitting right now. Eventually we would like to build a garage right where this truck is parked and have some sort of larger flat open space that if the kids wanted to play basketball on or something like that, they could do. If we could get a space level enough and get pavers in that were held tight and level, we wouldn't have to pour a whole concrete pad to kind of have the space in front of the garage that we're talking about. And Ecoraster has a product for that as well. The link that I posted below is just for the Ecoraster. It's the 30. I think in this video for the wash rack we're using the 50, which is the super heavy duty kind. The 30 is pretty heavy duty. It handles up to, with the gravel in it, something like 700 tons per square meter. So that's a lot of weight. I don't know that you have to go up to the super heavy duty ones, but you can if you want to. If you contact Carolina Ecoraster, they have all different solutions. They have more economic solutions, and then they also have some of the paver solutions. So I mean, they pretty much have everything, and their pricing, I think, is probably going to be a little more competitive. But anyway, this is a pretty cool project. I'm excited to see how this wash rack goes in and see how effective the drainage system that they've installed is. It's given me a lot of ideas for some future projects here. A little bit real quick about Black Cat Ranch. Black Cat Ranch is an equine facility. They're neighbors of ours, even though they technically live in Sanford. It's a horse boarding facility, but they also do PEMF for a lot of their horses. And they just expanded their acreage, so they've got lots of areas to ride on. And I believe their property actually goes all the way down to the Deep River, so as they continue to improve their ranch, I think we'll see a lot of great fun things out there for equestrians. So if you've got horses in the area and you want to board them in a facility that is growing and has a lot of amenities, including a really robust, awesome wash rack, definitely check out Black Cat Ranch. They're reasonable, they're affordable, and they provide more services for your horse than I would have expected coming from a boarding facility. So.